everyone. How are you? It's me again, Teacher Riz, and welcome back to our music class. So today we are going to have our new lesson for the second grading period. So are you ready to learn? All right, that's good to know. So at this time, class, we are going to talk about the music of Mindoro and Palawan. Okay, class. So during the times of Chinese, early Chinese traders class called Mindoro as, or they called Mindoro as Mai. Okay, Mai. All right, the sound is Mai. Again, early Chinese traders they called Mindoro as Mai. But when the Spaniards came in Mindoro, they called Mindoro as Mina de Oro. Why Mina de Oro? Because they found precious metals in the area. So there are lots of metals in the area which is very useful or which are very useful. And again, class, not just that, there are different tribes in Mindoro. When you say tribes, class, these are group of people, a group of cultural community people. First, we have the Buhid. Okay, Buhid class can be found in the north part of Mindoro. The second one, we have Alangan. Alangan, the far, we can find them in the further north. And the last one, we have Hanono o Mangyan. Hanono o Mangyan is considered as the true Mangyan class. Okay? They are the true Mangyans. This one. These are examples of people or Mangyan people. This one. Okay? So they are mixtures of Austronesians class, Proto-Malays, Indian settlers, and Malays. Okay? Not pure Mangyans class, but they are mixture. They are mixed. Okay? And one of the culture and tradition class, they're concerned with land cultivation and traditional human relations, rituals in contact with lowlanders, or damuong, which means those who came by boat. And always remember, class, Hanuno class also possessed a system of writing activity which is descendant of the ancient Sanskrit alphabet class. So before they use the Mangyan syllabary. Again, what's the name of their syllable? Mangyan syllabary. So there are only 15 characters. So they just use 15 characters for the Mangyan syllabary. So they use this type of knife. Before class, they don't have ball pens, there's no pencil, there's no paper. So at this time, during this time, they use a bamboo, okay? A bamboo. And the thing or the material that they used in writing, they use this one, the siyaw. Siyaw class is a bolo knife used to inscribe the word on a bamboo. So if they're going to express their feelings or like that, something like that, they are going to carve it, to write it in the bamboo. Okay, so we will proceed that one. There is an example for that later. Okay, so let's proceed to the music of Hanunuo class. So music of Hanunuo class has three types. Or there are three types of songs for music of Hanunuo. First, we have Yaya. So Yaya class is a type of song for a lullaby. Okay, it's a lullaby song. Ngaying, it is a ritual chanting. Just like what I've said a while ago, that one of the tradition, they did ritual. They always do ritual chanting on that one. Ngaying is a ritual chanting. And lastly, Ambahan. It's a type of song, a poetic song, a song poem, or a poetic expression of 7 syllables. So there are only 7 syllables. Okay? So example, we have this one example for Ambahan. Again, Ambahan class is a song poem or a poetic expression. Okay, a poetic expression. It is similar to chant class with no fixed tonality and instrumental arrangement. So at this time class, don't expect that their music is fixed. Okay, but it's not fixed. There's no fixed tonality during that time. They just improvise. They just make it impromptu like that. But they're not consistent. Okay, but again, no fixed tonality and instrumental arrangement. Okay? Theme of Ambahan class is that of birth, childhood, adolescence, courtship, illness, wedding, home, problems, and death. So these are examples of what? We also experience this one, right? So again, the theme for Ambahan, usually they compose about this type of topics about your birth, childhood, adolescence, courtship. Okay, if someone will court to a girl or a boy will court to a girl, so they will just, yeah, they use the Ambahan. They will write words on the bamboo. Try to imagine that one. Example, Ambahan rhymes, usually class when they compose um, a song for Ambahan, of course, it is rhyme. Okay? Usually an and combination of ak, ang, I, aw, I. Example, we have this one. So can you see this is a type of bamboo. So they use the bolo knife or the siyaw to write the words in it. Now look, this is an example. Look, to try to imagine is very hard, right? This is an example of their composition for Ambahan. Okay? So we have again an, I, my, like that, kai, like that. Si I put by opadan. No kang tinangin duman. May ulang madikagnan, may takip madikawan. No kang tinangduman, gasiyon di sa agnan. Gapang tadayon diman. So the translation for this in English is you, my friend, dearest of all. Thinking of you makes me sad. Rivers deep are in between. Forest vast keeps us apart. But thinking of you with love as if you are here nearby, standing, sitting at my side. Wow, the translation is very nice, right? So try to imagine their life before their situation before there's no technology, there's no there is there that this term is not being used during the time the high tech we already use it right now, right? Okay, that's an example of their life, of their composition for Ambahan. Okay, so again, class, this one. Okay, they also a boy has his way of convincing a girl of his good intention and intimate love. He is willing to sacrifice anything for his beloved. So that's one of the example of ambahan. Okay, ambahan. A boy has his way of convincing a girl of his good intentions and intimate love. So he's willing to sacrifice anything for his beloved. So that's an example of their composition for ambahan. Okay, let's proceed to the Mangyan musical instruments class. So usually class, you're not going to expect some metals that are using bamboo. Since they started writing songs in a bamboo, of course, one of their what's this? Instruments, we have this batiw-tiw. Batiw-tiw class has two slots on the opposite sides of the handle to allow the tongue to create a buzzing sound. Try to imagine how. Okay, that's it. So it has two slots, opposite side, this one. Okay, opposite. And it is played by striking the instrument's tongue against the lower palm of the opposite hand. So you're going to use your hand to produce sounds of it. Okay? Next we have git git. Git class is a four-string bowed in lute. Okay, this is a type of lute with a resonating chamber. Okay, it has 3 to 4 strings made of human hair. So imagine this one. This type of in a violin, diba? In the violin, you can see this type of tool, right? So but it is made up of human hair. This one. Again, class, not just only one hair, but they use that one, they improvise with the use of the human hair. Okay, and the pitch is varied by moving fingers up and down the string, just like the violin. Okay, next we have kudlong. Kudlong class is a zither made from bamboo that has parallel strings. Okay, so what have you observed, class? Their instrument usually, because they use their instruments made of bamboo, right? So that's it. That is kudlong. It is a zither with parallel string that run along the entire length of the body. Okay? The body acts as resonator and comes into a variety of size and shape. Okay? We still have kinaban. Okay, kinaban is a jaw harp instrument which is made of slim bamboo. It is approximately a ball pen size of varying lengths and shape. So the size for this is just ball pen, the size of your ball pen. Okay? And the last one is we have suling, or we call it banded flute. Again, the banded flute is made up of bamboo again. Mostly suling is made up of tamyang bamboo, a long tube bamboo which has very thin surface. The head of suling near a small hole is circled with thin band made of rattan or rotan to produce air vibration. Okay? So let's proceed to the last part of our discussion. We have music of Palawan. So music of Palawan class, let's proceed to their indigenous group. If Mindoro has three different tribes, for music Palawan, there are four indigenous groups. We call it Kayunon, Batak, Tagbanua, and Palawan. Okay, so let's start with the Kayunan. So this are example of people for the group of Kayunan. That one. They are highly developed ethnic group who migrated to Paragua or Palawan. So folklore and traditional music, songs and dance, and usually class um, the examples that they develop, okay, they are inherited in the rich legacy of folklore and traditional music, songs, and dance. So, class, the musical instruments of the Kayunon come from the traditional Tipano band. Um, just like Mindoro, class, they also use, just like what they're holding right now, that's an example of their instruments. Okay? That's it, made of bamboo, like that. Look, that is made of bamboo. Okay? Next, we have Palawan. So Palawan class, they have fair skin, slender build, and with straight hair. Okay, just like you, if you're straight hair, they have straight hair compared to the Kayunon people or Kuyunon people. It's different. And also, class women wear jewelry and colorful shirt. That one, that's an example for the women. They have straight hair and they also wear jewelries and colorful shirt. And class, their songs are simple and tell about their closeness to nature and animals. So it means, class, they are closer to nature and animals in nature. Okay, that is why they relate their songs to the natures and animals. Okay? Next, Bataks. Okay, Bataks class they considered as vanishing people. Okay, vanishing people and are one of the most fascinating cultural minorities of the Philippines class. So this group of people can be found in the mountain north of Puerto Princesa City between the Babuyan and Langungan rivers. So the music of Bataks class is just very simple. Okay, the women are the rhythm makers and the men are the dancers. Imagine that. So it means, class, girls are the rhythm makers. They're going to compose the rhythm, and the men are just the dancers. So purely, class, men are dancers, uh, women's are makers for or the composers, just like that. Okay, so that's it. And lastly, we have Tagbanwa. Tagbanwa class, they are a mixture of Malay race and Negrito race, characterized by shortness in stature, fairness of skin complexion, and well-proportioned physique. Okay, they're very well proportioned physique. And the most culture of the original people because they're also known as the most culture of the original people because they have an alphabet of their own. So they have their own alphabet class, right? So it's very unique. Okay. So the Spaniards class considered the Tagbuano people as peaceful and friendly by natural disposition. So they're very friendly. Their place is very peaceful. There's no tragedy. That one. It's very peaceful place. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the music of Tagbanua. So there are two kinds of Tagbanuan songs. Okay, again, Tagbanua. This is a group of tribes, but we call them Tagbanuaon. Okay, Tagbanuan. First type of their song or kind, we have Oyman. Oyman class is a type of ballad song. And the Dagoy or love song. We have this one. Oyman is a ballad song. Dagoy is a love song. So if you are going to talk with your classmates, like, let's compose a dagoy. Dagoy means love song. Okay? So let's proceed to their musical instruments. So this is the last part of our discussion. The musical instruments of Tagboano. We have agong, a brass instrument that is played suing a stick. A stick. Okay, this is an example of agung. It is a brass instrument that is played using stick. Of course, this is a type of percussion instrument because you're going to hit, you're going to tap, you're going to hit, slap, like that. That is an example of percussion instrument. Okay. Another one we have gimbal. Gimbal class is a hollow wood and covered at the end with dried goat skin. Again, they're closer to nature. That is why, okay, they use this one. They use the goat skin to cover their instrument. Example, this one is an example of gimbal. Okay, it is similar to a snare drum. Okay, but it is covered by goat skin. It is played by tapping with finger or beating with a pair of bamboo stick. It's either finger or beating with a pair of bamboo stick, just like snare drum. And lastly, we have beberak. Okay, this is a type of bamboo flute. Okay, bamboo flute, which is beberak. This one. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. I hope you've learned something about the music of Mindoro and Palawan. I want you to study because I will be asking you questions in our class. So, okay? Alright, so if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask Teacher Riz in Cerebro. Okay? Thank you for listening, everyone, and take good care. Bye-bye!